Well, in the past week, Clare has been gripped by hurling fever, and we're here in Tulla this evening to see the Under-12A Hurling Championship final between Doora Barefield and Sixmilebridge. And the game is on, and immediately into the attack go the Sixmilebridge team, and the ball is picked up there by Tony Considine. Tony takes it away, number 6 for Doora Barefield, and gets a great ball in where it's blocked out by the centre back Donald Devaney for Sixmilebridge. Jeffrey Malloy drives the ball in along the ground for Doora Barefield, where John O'Loughlin tries to get it for Barefield, but John goes down over the ball. Referee has blown his whistle and awarded a free out for Sixmilebridge. Well, this is a eagerly awaited county final. The Bridge have cruised through this group, winning all their games, where Barefield, having lost twice in earlier rounds to the Bridge and twice to Éire Óg, fought their way back and won a thrilling semi-final against Éire Óg to qualify for this game here tonight. And another attack has been broken up there by John O'Malley of Doora Barefield, and the free awarded out to Barefield. And Cathal O'Sullivan drives the ball up into the right-hand side of the field. Ball doubled on there by the Sixmilebridge cornerback Paul Morrissey. Number 10 for Barefield puts in a tackle. And there's Richie Kane. Richie drafted in for this game as another player is out injured. Richie, and the ball goes to the centre back Donald Devaney. There's Donald Devaney striking it down for Sixmilebridge into the attack again, where number 11 for Sixmilebridge, that was Cyril Crowe. Cyril was on the ball there from it, and Cyril has the ball back again, flicks it inside, taps it along with his leg, and it's Cyril Crowe still trying to get the ball up, but well tackled, puts in the hip there, Tony Considine. And out along there comes the full forward for Sixmilebridge. That was Damien Keogh, but the ball is taken up by Cathal Sullivan and cleared up the field, where it's doubled on by Philip Carolan. Ball lost again and taken up by Donald Devaney, and Donald is adjudged to have been fouled again, so it's another free for Sixmilebridge. And the free is dropped in, but it drops away to the right and drops wide as Jamie Collins lobs the ball out into the middle of the field. Out comes John O'Malley, and there's the number 7 for the Bridge, Mark Lonergan, and the ball is driven up by Barefield, but it's John O'Loughlin couldn't get out to that one in time, and the ball drifts away out over the side for a sideline ball to be taken by Dara Heffernan from Sixmilebridge. Now Dara looking up, seeing what options are on.
The line there.
Okay. Dara looks up, checks what his options are. As the referee blows the whistle and the ball is taken in, Jeffrey Malloy gets a hurley to it, and it goes out over the side for another line ball for the Sixmilebridge team. Well, this Sixmilebridge team began their development last year when the mentors Tim Crowe, John Whelan and Michael McInerney started to work with them. Indeed, the under-12 second string who performed at under-12D this year have also been of great assistance, and they were Pat Noonan, John Redden, John O'Mara and Joe Carney. As the ball is out there in the middle of the field, John O'Malley was trying to get the ball out, but it broke there to Cathal Sullivan, full back. Cathal tips it out there as far as Kevin Deline. Kevin Deline for Doora Barefield strikes the ball up along the ground, but only as far as number 5, and that was Mark Colbert. But a good tackle put in by Paul Morrissey. Paul Morrissey for Doora Barefield, taken away there by number 10, John Fahey for Sixmilebridge as far as Kevin Deline, and Kevin gets in a good ball whips it up as far as Paul Morrissey. Paul Morrissey whips it up along the wing, and Mark Colbert returns it for Sixmilebridge, only as far as number 15. Number 15, John Chaplin. And the ball is blocked down, and it's going to be a sideline ball there for Sixmilebridge. And a good low ball in there, good attacking ball, but nobody gets to it. The corner forward didn't get out to it, and it drifts away to the right and wide as Jamie Collins drops the ball out, and Damien Kennedy, the danger man for Doora Barefield, tries to get the ball, but he's been well marshalled there by Shane Murphy from Sixmilebridge. And no pattern developing in the game just yet, but the Bridge definitely seem to have the edge as they win another line ball there to be taken by Shane Murphy. And Shane very skillfully chips it into the corner where it's pulled on there by the corner forward. That was John Chaplin, but John was adjudged to be fouled, so it's a free in for Sixmilebridge. Free taken into the square, dangerous ball. They're all tussling for it in there, and trying to get it out was Tony Constantine. Ball flicked up there by Bridgeman, taken up there by Chaplin, John Chaplin, son of Pat Chaplin and cousin of the Chaplins who hurl for Clare at the moment, Rusty and John, and of course Danny Chaplin, who's a club hurler for many years with Sixmilebridge, as Anthony Constantine gets ready to take this free. Anthony Constantine, son of Tony Constantine, the Clare selector who was part of the historic Munster final success just 2 Sundays ago when the Clare senior team broke a 63-year hoodoo and won the Munster final when they against Limerick. Hard thrusting out there in the middle of the field, taken up by Shane Murphy there for the Bridge, but taken out by Cathal O'Sullivan. Cathal loses it, ball breaks to Mark Colbert. Hard thrusting in there, ball out to Cyril Crowe. Nobody getting possession there, and the referee has decided to blow the whistle and throw the ball in, and in goes Cathal O'Sullivan and Cyril Crowe. Cyril Crowe, son of Tim Crowe, the manager of the Sixmilebridge team, pulled on there by a Sixmilebridge man, and out the ball goes out for a wide. And Jamie Collins is busy in the goal as the ball is dropped out again. Hard pulling by Kevin Deline there, and Jonathan Downs for Sixmilebridge as the ball goes way up along the wing there as far as John Fahey. John loses out to Kevin Deline again as Paul Morrissey. Small but a tenacious player, Paul, and the ball is taken off him by number 7 there was Mark Lonergan. Had pulling out there, John Fahey trying to get the ball away, breaks as far as Richie Kane. Good ball up along the ground, excellent ball by Philip Timlin. And Barefield have excelled this year in the ground hurling. They're getting it hard to get it away against these bigger players for the Bridge. The ball is going down there as far as Tony Constantine. Tony is really fighting a great game down there, and a great, excellent ball away along the ground by John O'Malley, way up in the wing. The first good attack from Barefield, and it's cleared away there by a Sixmilebridge defender, but taken by Richie Kane. Boots it all along the ground, down as far as John O'Malley, and this hurler is absolutely brilliant on the ground as he gets it away again. Jeffrey Malai struggling in there to get it, and into Lindahan was John O'Loughlin, and Jeffrey Malai beaten to the pull that time, but a Sixmilebridge centre back, but it's that man John O'Malley again on the ground. Brilliant ground hurling as the ball goes to Donald Devaney. Donald Devaney clears it way down the field where it's collected beautifully, really neatly collected, but put under a lot of pressure. Cyril Crowe is put under pressure there by Cathal O'Sullivan, and John O'Malley is out there again cleaning up a great sweeper as he whips away up along the ground again. Only as far as Richie Kane adds to it, kicks it away on the ground. Richie is no mean footballer either, stars in the under 12 football team. Pretty new to hurling, but the ball has gone in there for Barefield, and David Wren has been adjudged to foul there for Doora Barefield, so it's a free to the fullback David O'Mara to be taken by Paul O'Halloran for the Bridge, and he sends a dangerous ball down into the centre where Patrick Callan tries to get it, but it's again John O'Malley, who was played a Stormer in the semi-final when they defeated Aerogan. He's doing it again today, and the ball breaks to Kevin Deline, who whips it beautifully away up the field, first time on the ground, breaks to Philip Timlin, who tries to get it away, but taken away by Mark Lonergan along the ground for the Bridge. Out there and neatly picked up by the Bridgeman and delivered down into the far corner where John Chaplin seems to have switched across wings there trying to get possession. Ball taken out by Niall Chandler. Niall on the ground, good ball out. John O'Malley again moving it on the ground as fast as possible and pulled in there by Mark Colbert into the centre where it's neatly picked up by John Chaplin. And Chaplin jinks inside, but the ball just drifts away to the right, and Chaplin certainly looks quite accomplished player in the corner there already. Jamie Collins drops it into the middle of the field. Centre back Donald Devaney beats Jeffrey Malloy again, and the ball is right back down into attack where it's very well picked up. This man, John Chaplin, showing a lot of the similar style to Sparrow O'Loughlin, the way he can flick it up with one hand and he goes inside and sends it across. Dangerous ball across the square again, where it's number 13, Michael Hayes, getting onto it, but good pressure by Kevin Deline, and Seamus Hayes picks it up and drifts it up along the field, where Paul Morrissey neatly flicks it past number 5, Mark Colbert, and gets past him, but it's good covering there by Donald Devaney. Jeffrey Malloy gets a hip in there, and Jeffrey's adjudged to have been fouled, and it's the first really good attacking opportunity for the Doora Barefield boys as Anthony Considine lines up this free from about the middle of the field. Anthony strikes it long into the corner, but it's batted out by the cornerback there, David O'Mara. Lost to Richie Kane. Richie scoops it on as far as Philip Timlin, and Jeffrey Malloy is struggling hard there at centre forward, but this is a really brilliant centre back, Donald Devaney. Donald Devaney, pretty unorthodox grip. Tim Crow has been talking about working with him in the handball alley in Sixmilebridge over the winter, but that's another story because he's playing well here today as John O'Malley whips it way up along the wing as far as Raymond or Philip Timlin or Philip Carlin, and Philip is beaten to that one, and the ball is taken away again by Mark Colbert, and Mark's shot drifts away over the sideline to be taken by John O'Malley. As John O'Malley winds himself up and drives a good ball into the centre, where it's picked up by Paul Morrissey. Paul flicks it up and tries a shot, but it's blocked away from him out there as far as Shane Murphy, who drives it in along the ground in there to John Chaplin. That man John Chaplin gets a good shot inside, and it's dropping in, and it's taken by, yes, it's Damien Keogh, and Damien Keogh takes a shot, but brilliant save there by Jamie Collins in the goal. Absolutely brilliant save as Damien Keogh just got inside of Carl O'Sullivan for the first time, and real danger was there for the Barefield defence, and the referee has blown his whistle and awarded a throw in there after that tussle in the square, and good pulling there, pulled on by Cyril Crow, and the ball goes away out there and wide as Jamie Collins lofts another long puck out into the middle of the field, where Damien Kennedy tries to get the ball, but it's taken away there by Patrick Callinan, and Patrick fouled the ball and overcarried the ball, and it's going to be another free in to be taken again by Anthony Considine. Anthony rolls the ball up, drives a good ball in, where Paul Morrissey has a pull at it, tries to drive it on. Jeffrey Malloy is onto it, but it's taken away there by Mark Colbert, and Jeffrey Malloy was adjudged to have been fouled, so it's a free in to be taken by Damien Kennedy. And Damien Kennedy has been starring throughout this championship, and they really need him to impose himself on this game here today. As Damien goes for the goal, and he goes for the goal, it's just tipped away by one of the defenders out for a 65, and it looks like Damien Kennedy has pulled something in his ankle, and really that would be a disaster, would be a tragedy for the Barefield team, because they depend so much on Damien's performances in the middle of the field. But it's going to be a 65 taken by Anthony Considine, and Anthony lines up the ball, rolls it on his hurley, and drives a good ball in front of the goal, where it's blocked out there and added to by Richie Kane, taken away there by Mark Lonergan, and Mark Lonergan comes out of defence with the ball, and the whistle has been blown. It's going to be a free. Going to be a free for... Right, it's going to be a free out for the Sixmilebridge team, and the referee called together there David O'Mara and John O'Loughlin, as the ball is pucked away there by Paul O'Halloran into the middle of the field again, where it passes through Anthony Considine, and an excellent ball there by John O'Malley right up into the centre, where it's beaten away from Philip Carlin. Hard tussling out there. Donald Devaney is trying to get it away, gets it away on the ground, but only as far as it's Jonathan Downs. Jonathan Downs, midfield there for Sixmilebridge, getting the ball up as far as, I think it was Cyril Crow, and Cyril sends it inside as far as Sean Chaplin again. Sean Chaplin strikes a good ball inside, but it has gone away out wide, and it's going to be a puck out for Jamie Collins again. And as Jamie lands the ball in the middle of the field, it's batted away by the Sixmilebridge midfielder. Ball breaks as far as Cyril Crowe. Hard pulling out there by Anthony Considine. And the ball is down there again. Hard pulling. Richie Kane pulling hard in there. Mark Lonergan pulling hard. As the ball breaks again to Considine, who's having an excellent game. Beautifully skillful striking up the field as far as Darrow Heffernan, who clears it away there as far as Mark Lonergan, and is taken by Philip Carolan again. A good ball by Philip Carolan into the centre, but nobody there as the ball goes way out the wing again, and Paul Morrissey is chasing after it. I think Mark Colbert will get there first, and Mark does and gets it away, but Paul lost the hurley but bravely put in a tackle, and the ball goes inside, and Cyril Crowe has it again. Cyril Crowe, the centre forward. Bottled up there is Damien Keogh, and the referee adjudges it to be a foul, so it's a free in to be taken by Sean Chaplin. Sean drives the ball in, and the first point has been scored by Sean Chaplin for Sixmilebridge, and the Bridge will be really delighted to make that breakthrough there, because they were finding it very hard to break down the Barefield defence. An amazing fact is that in the first round of this competition, the Bridge had an 8-goal advantage over the Doora Barefield team, but in the second time they met, Barefield had shortened that, and there was only 4 points in it. And here we see Sean Chaplin again. This player is causing all kinds of problems. Hits a good shot inside, but it just nobody there to meet it, and it drifts away out to the right and wide. Jamie Collins, good puck out up the centre of the field, beaten away there by Mark Colbert. As far as number 10, John Fahey. John gets a good ball inside, beats Kevin Deline on that occasion. Comes to Cathal O'Sullivan. Cathal is playing a good game at fullback there, keeping the defence together as the ball is collected again by Chaplin. Sean Chaplin delivers a good ball into the centre, and Richie Kane intercepts it brilliantly and is taken away on the ground by Seamus Hayes. And Damien Kennedy is visibly struggling there with his leg, and that's really a pity, because he would really keep this game on a competitive edge. As the ball goes inside, Anthony Considine flicks it up, taken by Cathal O'Sullivan, well taken by Cathal O'Sullivan. He bursts out of defence, and Cathal is adjudged to have been fouled, and it's going to be a free out to be taken by Jamie Collins. Jamie looks up, drives a good ball away into the centre of the field, where it's batted out by Donald Devaney, but picked up by Richie Kane. Richie flicks the ball through on the ground, only to be beaten away again by a Bridge man in the backs. And Cyril Crowe changing the tactic and delivering a ground ball for the first time inside. As far as number 14, that was Damien Keogh, the man who had the chance of the goal. And Sean Chaplin tries to move it on the ground again, but Cathal O'Sullivan keeps the pressure on, bends down over it, flicked away there. It was a lovely flick away there by the Bridge man, and the ball is cleared out by Cathal O'Sullivan, out for us. Not over the sideline yet, because it's into Damien Keogh, and Damien Keogh takes the ball inside as far as Kevin Deline. Kevin Deline collects it safely, very assured there on the full-back line, drops the ball out, pulled on by Philip Carolan, taken again by Damien Kennedy, and this is what they've been waiting for. Can Damien Kennedy do? No, Damien has been adjudged to be fouled, and
Get back now, lads.
And so Anthony Considine lines up this free, probably the last chance before half-time for Barefield to draw level, as Anthony lobs a ball well into the square, and it's batted out there. Not batted out yet, because it's picked up by Jeffrey Malloy, and Jeffrey loses it too, and Paul Morrissey is there. Paul Morrissey coming in to get the ball, and flicked away by a Sixmilebridge man, and there's the half-time whistle. And Kevin Kennedy, well, Kevin might be a bit disappointed that Barefield haven't scored, because they've certainly defended well. And we look forward to an exciting second half here in Tulla.
Then we lived next door on the avenue. Jerry Lee was big and Elvis too. Blue jeans and blue suede shoes, and we never knew what life held in store. We just wanted to rock and roll forevermore.
And as we welcome you back to Tulla for the second half of this Under-12A Championship final, we watch both teams coming back out onto the field. The managers and mentors have given their stern team talks for half-time, and both sides will be eager to establish the upper hand early in the second half. And the referee checks that all are set, as out in the middle of the field we see Damien Kennedy, Richie Kane and Jonathan Downs and Shane Murphy awaiting the throw-in. It is widely acknowledged that Sixmilebridge have probably the most well-organised underage coaching system in Clare, and yet they are only attempting today to win their third under-12A title in history, their most recent success being 2 years ago. Of course, this is a very experienced team. The Bridge have 5 on this year's failure-winning team, which were members which won the All-Ireland in Limerick. And there was a false throw in there, and ball is thrown in again, and Damien Kennedy struggling to get the ball away as ball breaks to Anthony Considine. Damien Kennedy picks it up, and this is what they've been waiting for. Damien tries to jink away. He's got the ball, and he's been fouled, and then that's an encouraging sign for Barefield as Damien broke away with that ball. And the free in the middle of the field will be taken by Damien Kennedy. Damien lines up this free, and if he could score this one, the sides would be level and it would be an absolutely great fill-up for the Doora Barefield boys. But it's not going that far. It's gone inside, pulled on by Paul Morrissey, taken by David Rinn. Good chance by Rinn. Takes a shot, but well blocked out there by the Sixmilebridge defence. Whereas Jeffrey Malloy tries to pick it up at full forward there for... Or that was Emmett Whelan trying to pick it up, and Jeffrey Malloy getting in as well. They're all trying to get the ball in. It's really hard stuff in there now as the ball breaks out. Kevin Deline tries to keep it inside. And Patrick Callanan putting pressure on there. Patrick fixed it outside. Good ball by Patrick Callanan. Out as far there as Donald Devaney, and Donald clears it away, but only as far as Jeffrey Malloy, and Jeffrey Malloy strikes it up along the field, and Paul Morrissey adds to it. Pulled away by Kevin Deline, inside by Kevin Deline, and whipped away by the cornerback, and it's Callanan back there helping out his defence as he drives the ball away. Out as far as Jeffrey Malloy. Richie Kane gets the ball back in front of the goal. This is danger. John O'Loughlin has the ball inside as far as Jeffrey, and Jeffrey certainly had the chance there of sticking it in the net, but it's taken away coolly by David O'Mara, the fullback for Sixmilebridge. Philip Carlin drives it inside, and they're really under pressure here now as Donald Devaney picks it up and flicks it away out along the wing, where it's picked up there by, I think it was John Fahey, who drives the ball way up into attack, and taken away there by, I think it's Damien Keogh. Damien Keogh with the ball, but a good tackle put in by Seamus Hayes. Seamus struggles and fights for the ball and picks it up and wins it back. It was in fact Sean Chaplin, and the free has been awarded to Tony Considine, and Considine lines up the ball as John O'Malley leans on his stick, and it's not well struck on this occasion. It goes as far as Cyril Crowe, who was Anthony's opposite number, and Cyril drives the ball inside. Dangerous ball, well blocked by O'Sullivan. Neat flick inside there, I think is John Fahey. And as John Fahey sticks it inside, but O'Sullivan is still there, tenacious defending as John O'Malley, one of his ground balls again. What a relieving player he is, as Richie Kane flicks it on, but it's only as far as Jonathan Downs, who drives it right back into attack. Defended well by Niall Chandler, does the right thing, flicks it away out to the side, and Niall Chandler adjudged to have been fouled by Damien Keogh, and it's a free out for the Barefield team. And back with the action and hard pulling out in the middle of the field there as the ball is sent in by Jonathan Downs, pulled away by John O'Malley again, pulled away again by Sean Chaplin, and Chaplin sends the ball inside along the ground, where it's just flicked away by Seamus Hayes, and there's a mix-up in there by Seamus Hayes and Jamie Collins. Ball breaks to Damien Keogh, and Damien puts it in the net, and that is a disaster for Barefield because they were really back in this game, and Damien Keogh struck there absolutely brilliantly, waiting on the edge, and struck the ball into the net, and the Bridge will be so relieved because they are in the driving seat now as Jeffrey Malloy is not going to give up easy. He flicks the ball up, turns away, tries to get a shot in, but it's blocked by Donald Devaney, and the ball out in the middle of the field as far as, I think it's Murphy, and Murphy drives it up as far along the field. Up there to number 13, and that was Michael Hayes, and Michael has been fighting hard in there trying to get the ball in. On many occasions the ball is driven way back up along the field again, inside as far as, yes, it's Hayes again, and he drives the ball in as far as collected by Anthony Considine. Nice skill by Anthony Considine, avoids the tackle and drives it way out the field as far as Richie Kane. Good ground ball by Kane to Jeffrey Malloy. Jeffrey collects it and hand passes it through to Paul Morrissey. Paul drops it and tries to take it away as Devaney gets inside and gets a good tackle in. Good stuff here, and Barefield are not throwing in the towel yet. Ball thrown back into play there. It's going to be a sideline ball, and it's going to be taken by Anthony Considine. As I was saying earlier, winning in the Féile team in Limerick this year for the Bridge were Paul O'Halloran, Donald Devaney, Jonathan Downs, Cyril Crowe and Sean Chaplin. And that's a testament to their ability that they were able to play in the Féile final and still be underage for under 12. Ball is up in the action again, and Cyril Crowe gets this one. For once, he's beaten Anthony Considine. He's a very skillful player. Gets inside, tackled by Kevin Deline. They're keeping the hurleys in, keeping the tackles in, and they have won a free. Doora Barefield have won another free out, and that was good defending because Cyril Crowe is certainly a dangerous player. Next year, of this under-12 team, Cyril Crowe, Damien Keogh, Owen McManus, Dara Heffernan and Michael Hayes will all be underage. And the ball is cleared away there by the Bridge, up into attack, taken out by Anthony Considine very skillfully, and Crowe tries to get a tackle in. Ball moved along by Richie Kane on the ground. Out as far as Shane Murphy, who fixed it away there from Damien Kennedy. Damien trying to get back into this game, but Damien might be carrying an injury. And the ball goes way up along. Good ground ball from the Bridge. And the tactic seems to be by the Bridge to move the ball fast. First time striking, and then for the full forward line to pick it up, as Cathal O'Sullivan is adjudged to have foul, and it's a free in for the Bridge team. And this free is being lined up and taken way to the left and wide, and that free was taken by Jonathan Downs. As the ball is lobbed out in the middle of the field, and Kevin Deline for Doora Barefield gets a good ball and a good attacking ball down into the centre, and it's being chased by Paul Morrissey and cleared away there by a Sixmilebridge defender and broken out by Anthony Considine, who's playing a stormer, and Anthony tries to get away with the ball, but Anthony judged to have been fouled, and he has won another free, which he is going to take himself, and drops this one and flicks it away brilliantly on the ground. What a beautiful ground ball from Considine. As far as Paul Morrissey, lost out by Damien Kennedy to Morrissey, and Paul is fighting hard in there, and taken by Kevin Deline, fought for by Patrick Callanan. Patrick Callanan getting the ball as far as Jonathan Downs, who strikes it inside. Cut out by Anthony Considine. Excellent play by Considine. Ball as far as Patrick Hayes, who gets it inside as far as Cyril Crowe. Cyril Crowe with the ball. Turns away and shoots a good ball inside. Good attacking ball. Broken out by John O'Malley, but flicked up there by Sean Chaplin, I think. And that could be another point for Sean Chaplin as the ball goes out into the centre of the field, and there's not a minute to waste in this match. The game has come to life, and the ball goes up there for number 7. That was Mark Lonergan. Up as far as number 10, John Fahey, and Fahey gets the ball inside. Good hard twisting in there. Niall loses out this time to Damien Keogh, who gets a good ball inside, but cut out again by Considine. And Cyril Crowe gets the tackle in, but Considine still manages to clear the ball up as far as Mark Lonergan, and Lonergan gets the ball only as far as Philip Caroline, who gets it on the ground. Hard pulling there by Kevin Deline, and Kennedy has the ball again. Damien Kennedy drives a good long relieving ball into attack, and the ball waited for in there by Emmett Whelan. And as far as David Wren, the pressure is kept on by Doora Barefield. They're certainly not giving up. They're showing great heart as the ball is cleared away by the Sixmilebridge defender way up the field. As far as Kevin Deline, Kevin loses out this time to Patrick Callanan, and again it's Damien Kennedy with the ball. Damien Kennedy, and tackled by Shane Murphy, and Shane is doing an excellent job in marshalling Damien Kennedy as Damien lands a ball way down into attack, and as it lands in there, it's batted out there by the fullback David O'Mara. Owen McManus, David O'Mara and Dara Heffernan rock solid in the fullback line right throughout this game, and the David Wren, Emmett Whelan and John O'Loughlin finding it very hard to get any change out of each of these players. Ball out in the middle of the field, and again it's Considine coming up the field, fixed it across there as far as Philip Caroline, and back to Considine, who tries to get it inside along the ground, but cut out by Donald Devaney, and Devaney is adjudged to have fouled Considine, and Anthony Considine gives the ball to Damien Kennedy, and in the background I see Tony Considine, an interested spectator as he watches his son giving an excellent performance here, and Damien Kennedy lines up this free. And Damien drives that one wide, and they really need a score at this stage, Doora Barefield. Now, lest we be critical of Doora Barefield's forward and their inability sometimes to penetrate the bridge defence, remember that 4 of these forwards, that is Paul Morrissey, Jeffrey Malai, Philip Carlin, and Emmer Whelan, are all underage next year, and the ball is taken away from David Wren. Ball taken out here by the full back line there for Sixmilebridge, and they have won a free, which is to be taken by the goalkeeper. And Paul O'Halloran strikes a great long ball way into attack. And it must be said, however, that despite that goal and some points, the Sixmilebridge team aren't really getting their own way here today. They're being met fight all the way. A good ball inside. Ball breaks to Jamie Collins. Jamie takes the ball out under pressure, brings the ball away, and Jamie has been fouled. Now it's a fine bit of skill by Collins, brings the ball away, and the free is given to Cathal O'Sullivan. Cathal lands the ball down, taken away by Donald Devaney, and Donald Devaney up along the wing, going away from Richie Kane, loses the ball. Good work by Richie Kane as Donald Devaney gets down over it again and strikes a good ball inside, dangerous ball inside, and the ball is flicked away by Seamus Hayes out the wing. Good covering by Hayes as Cathal O'Sullivan has fought a Trojan battle here, keeping it away from Sean Chaplin, but Chaplin rounds him at this time. Dangerous ball inside, taken away by Constantine. Brilliant interception, well curled out there by the goalkeeper Jamie Collins. And there's no quarter given or rest in this game because every player is given their absolute best. What a performance by all these young players, inspired no doubt by Clare's wonderful achievement last Sunday in Thurles. And a brilliant clash ball there from Cyril Crowe, who drives the ball over the bar direct from the throw in, and a lovely piece of skill from Crowe. And Barefield just simply have to score at this stage as Jamie Collins lobs it out, but they're not giving up, and that ball is flicked away there by Donald Devaney. Lost out, Paul Morrissey lost out to him, but it's again Crowe blocks down Constantine, and ball out to Cyril Crowe. Cyril Crowe picks up the ball and drives it inside as far as number 15, Sean Chaplin. Sean Chaplin bearing down on goal, but cut out by Seamus Hayes. And Seamus Hayes put in a timely tackle there and cut out the danger as Sean Chaplin bore down on goal. And there we see Kevin Deline getting the ball for Doora Barefield. And here comes Damien Kennedy trying to get the ball up from Shane Murphy, and Paul Morrissey putting in a tackle. Ball pulled away there by Patrick Callinan. Up along the field as far as out came Cathal O'Sullivan, misses the ball as far as Seamus Hayes. Seamus Hayes whips it out along the wing. Ball out as far as that danger man, Damien Keogh. Damien Keogh, good tackle by Philip Caroline, whipped away by John O'Malley. Down along the field as far as one of the Sixmilebridge defenders, who gets it up there to Shane Murphy, and Murphy drives the ball away to the left and drives it wide as the ball lands out the field again. Pulled away there by one of the Bridge boys as far as John O'Malley, who delivers an equally good ball back. And there is number 6, Donald Devaney, with the ball and fouls the ball, and it's a free for Anthony Considine. And Anthony Considine sends the ball into the square. Good ball, good chance inside from Jeffrey Malai, but cut out there by the David Owen McManus, and the ball is out there still. And here comes Mark Lonergan. And Mark Lonergan wins a free. And it's taken away there by Paul O'Halloran out as far as Richie Kane. And Richie Kane for Doora Barefield loses out to Cyril Crowe, but Philip Carlin wins it back, only as far though as Jonathan Downs, who gets the ball away, turns inside and sends a great ball into attack. This is an absolutely dangerous ball because there's nobody behind, and it's into Sean Chaplin. Sean Chaplin around the defence, heading for goal, bearing down on goal, kicks the ball through, but it was not connected on by the other corner forward, and a lucky let off there. Michael Hayes couldn't quite get to it, even though he positioned himself absolutely brilliantly, and the ball just drifted wide. But the Bridge are certainly putting in a Trojan performance here in the second half. They're really going for the victory, and there's a great ball inside by Shane Murphy. Sends it inside, and it's Guinness. That man Chaplin gets inside the defence. And inside, Hayes is inside again, waiting inside. And yes, he gets inside and he sticks the ball in the net. Michael Hayes, predator-like on the edge of the square, waiting, and gets the vital flick. That was a lovely piece of work by Hayes, getting inside when he saw Sean Chaplin bearing down on goal. Hard tussling out there, but the Barefield boys are not going to give up. They have fought to the end in this game, and they are certainly not giving up. They can be proud of themselves here today as Damien Kennedy gets down over the ball, tries to get it away. Cathal O'Sullivan, that was Cathal, adjudged to have been fouled. And it is another free out for Doora Barefield. As the ball is out in the middle of the field, Kevin Deline trying to get it up. He might have been advised to let that one move on the ground as Damien Keogh has moved out and drives the ball in along the ground. And Cathal O'Sullivan leaves the ball behind on this occasion because Chaplin bearing down on goal again. He's heading for goal and they're all right behind him as he takes a shot. Brilliantly saved by Collins. Jamie Collins, brilliant save. Ball taken out here by Michael Hayes, who flicks it back inside. But the ball was adjudged to have been wide, and there's no rest in this game as the ball is pucked out by Jamie Collins, lands in the middle of the field, and Richie Kane taps it on. Ball moved along the ground by number 12, Patrick Callinan, up to Cyril Crowe, who sends it inside, taken by number 10, John Fahey, and Fahey has fouled the ball, and it's a free out for Cathal O'Sullivan, who urges his forwards on. And the ball is driven along there by number 9, Damien Kennedy, and this is what they've been waiting for. And Damien tries to take a shortcut. You can't go through the man, and it's going to be a free out for the Sixmilebridge team to be taken by Jonathan Downs, who mishits it but gets it away along the ground as far as Richie Kane. Great ball there by Damien Kennedy, first time ball inside, but David Rinn won't get to this one because it's collected by Paul O'Halloran, who goes way out the wing, flicks it over the head of the Doora Barefield corner forward, and it's gone out for a sideline ball, which will be taken by Philip Carlin. Ball in along the ground, pulled on there by Ger Fannin. Ger has come in as a sub in the corner there for the Doora Barefield boys because John O'Loughlin had to go off with a hand injury, and he's won a second one. And Philip Carlin drives a good ball inside, but cut out by Devaney again. And Murphy in there fighting for it as Jeffrey Malloy tries to get the ball inside. Good work by Emmett Whelan. Emmett Whelan, number 13. And the ball is cleared away again. Out as far as John O'Malley, who drives it inside. As far as Anthony Constant. Anthony Constant has moved up the field. He's trying to get the team going. Drives a good ball inside. Ball inside collected by Richie Kane. Richie Kane tries to get it inside but whipped away by number 4. That was Dara Heffernan. Great ground ball by Heffernan. Up as far as Mark Lonergan, who drives it further up the field. And here we go again. Here come the bridge. Ball up as far as Damien Keogh, but lost out to Cathal O'Sullivan, who's trying to drive his team on. Drives a great ball back down the field. Cut out there by number 5. That was Mark Lonergan. Or no, it was Mark Hulbert. And in comes Philip Carlin up as far as Mark Lonergan, who drives it up inside as far as John Chaplin. And John Chaplin, he's taking on the defence again. He's got around them. Anthony Constantine coming after him, and the ball taken inside but mishit on that occasion. As far as Jamie Collins collects it on the line, put under pressure by Pat Hayes, and ball delivered way out the field again. Well done, Collins, and the ball is dropping in the middle of the field as far as Damien Keogh has moved out and driving it inside there. Must be playing the 2-man full forward line at this stage. Great save bin by Jamie Collins, and a bit of style from Collins as he takes it off the line as he was falling and drops the ball out the wing again. He should be an inspiration to the rest of the team. And the ball goes to Crowe. Crowe on the attack, takes a good shot, drives it inside, but blocked inside by John Chaplin, kept in play, and Niall Chandler tries to fight it out. Pulled on the ground again, and another save by Collins, out for a 65. What a performance by Jamie Collins in the Doora Barefield goal. And number 8, Jonathan Downs, takes this free and lobs it in. And it must be said, to the eternal credit of the Barefield boys, they've never given up the ghost for 1 minute. Jamie Collins misses that puck out, but delivers it away still, down along the wing, where it's pulled on by Niall Chandler. Whipped up there again by The Barefield boy is in as far as Seamus Hayes, who collects it and delivers it out of defence. Hit inside again by number 12, Patrick Callanan, and taken out by Carl Sullivan as the final whistle blows, and that's it, it's all over. Sixmilebridge are the under 12A hurling champions of 1995, and what scenes of joy and jubilation there will be here in Tulla this evening and in the bridge. Goals by Damien Keogh, Michael Hayes and John Fahey set the bridge on their way. Congratulations to Sixmilebridge, commiserations to Doora Barefield, as we leave you now with the presentation of the trophy by Paddy Casey of Borden Oak.
Privileged to have the sponsors of our under 12A St Francis Credit Union in Innis, and in the form of Dennis Harkin, who is here with me, and I'm going to ask Dennis to present the trophy to the captain of, and actually it is my own trophy, so I'm delighted to go back to the bridge, to the captain of the bridge team, Sean Chaplin.
On behalf of St Francis Credit Union, I would like to present this trophy to the captain, but before I do, I would like to congratulate both teams on a very good game, and there are some new clear hurlers coming along, I hope. I noticed the goalkeeper there, he looked a bit like our present goalkeeper. But not to mention, but the thing is that without the losers, there could not have been a game. So we must remember always the losers, even though we are the winners. The winners take the trophy away, but the losers also take something away. They have competed, and without the losers, you wouldn't have a game without two teams. So congratulations to the losers.
It is my great pleasure to accept this trophy on behalf of the Under 12 panel. I would like to thank Mr Mulqueen, the ref, for doing such a fine job. I would like to thank the county board for all their work. I would like to thank our A and B selectors for their year's work. I wish our Bs the best of luck tomorrow night in Cracklaw. Finally, and most importantly, I would like to thank Doora Barefield players for the 3 great games this year, and we look forward to playing them again in the future. 3 cheers for Doora Barefield. Hip hip! Okay,